African musicians are set to gather outside Washington, D.C. later this week for a concert to raise funds in the fight against the Ebola virus across West Africa. Here to tell us about it is Ada Anagho Brown, president of Roots to Glory Tours, one of the organizers of the event. Welcome to the show, Ms. Brown.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, now first, how did this idea get born?
Well, we came together as four individuals that had like-minded thoughts, and we decided, you know what, instead of waiting for Bono and all of these American artists to do something for us, why not Africans doing something for Africans? And we felt that it was important for us to be seen as being the leaders of this movement. We are so oftentimes the followers, we wanted to be seen as being the leaders of this. We wanted to make sure that whatever happened, we knew that we did what we could to bring awareness to this.
That's a good spirit. And so you have secured or managed to contact a number of performers from the continent, or some of those based here? We
have a number of performers coming from the continent, but we have a lot of performers from the DMV, from the DC metro area. And I can tell you that there's not one performer that's on there that does not live in this area that is not 100% committed to doing this. And almost every single one of these performers have reached out to us and said, how can we help? We want to lend our voice, we want to lend our talent to do this for this cause. And it's a pro bono. I mean, nobody is getting paid to do this.
Okay, so you're going to raise funds.
We're going to raise funds.
And then how are they going to be channeled to the area where there's need in those West African countries?
So we've partnered with Doctors Without Borders and International Medical Corps. And one of the things that we said to them was that we needed, first of all, to have a special fund just for Ebola. We're raising money for Ebola. We wanted to go to Ebola. And then secondly, we wanted to make sure that you hit the affected areas. Liberia, Sierra Leone, especially the worst hit areas. And so they have both told us that that was what they were going to do. And so every single penny that comes in for this concert, 100% of it will go directly to those two organizations. As a matter of fact, we don't get to even see the money. The check goes from the Fillmore and Silver Spring directly to those organizations.
That is impressive. And we know that these musicians have, varied kind of backgrounds.
Yes.
In terms of the content, what are they bringing on to the concert? Are they necessarily singing songs that have messages about Ebola, or are they just coming to perform their songs? And what counts is that they can raise funds.
Well, I mean, I think it's both. I think there's some groups that are really wanting to hit the message with their songs, and then some that are lending their voices so that to bring in more people. So you'll have, for instance, there's an African United group that is doing a song of peace and solidarity. There's a Sierra Leone group that's doing an Ebola song. There's also a Liberian who is doing an Ebola song. And then we have in between, we have a Kenyan poet who's going to do a poem about Ebola and about some of our struggles of Africa. So I think it's a combination of very different things. We'll have live performances in dance and music and harpist and, steel drum. So we have a combination of different things and people bringing in their talent, but also bringing in the message.
Are there any names you think you can mention that perhaps will jump out of people's
Well, Jay Martins, a Nigerian musician, will be our host. Maji, who's from Ghana, is lending his star power to grace the audience. And there's so many. Armand Depp, who's a local musician from Cameroon. Micheline Awad, she will be here as well. I mean, there's so many. And
about how many countries will be represented?
Oh, my goodness. And that's the other thing. We want everybody to bring their flags to this event because we think that we're going to have at least 20 countries represented, if not more countries represented. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, how many times do you see Africans getting together in this number to say, you know what, we're doing it for us. We're so excited about it. We're going to bring our flag because, you know what, we support Liberia, we support Sierra Leone, we support Guinea and Senegal, and all those countries are going through turmoil. We support you. We're here for you.
This will probably be the true Africa Union
Yes,
effort. Yeah.
that's it.
All
African
right.
in arts.
That's right. Well, thanks a lot, Ms. Brown.
Thank you for having us here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Well, Ada Anagho Brown is the president of Roots to Glory Tours, one of the organizers of the upcoming concert for Ebola relief. Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we covered. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. And check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.